Hello everybody, this is Chiori-chan here, and today I have an introduction video to the United Federation of Harmony. United Federation of Harmony is a Minecraft community that I myself have been administrating for about 2 or 3 years now. Initially we started as a Technic Classic community who ran for quite a while until eventually Minecraft had gotten quite far up there in versions, and eventually we decided it was about time to move on and find something new. Unfortunately, I regret to say that we also lost a lot of players in that transition, but ultimately I think we have a very solid server now. Got a few dedicated players, and this video is sort of the stand as an introduction to anybody who's new and looking to join or whatsoever. I'm going to start out by showing, here is the official webpage for the mod pack. Our mod pack is called Harmony Industries. I will go ahead and I will put a link to this in the description below. As you can see, it's on the Technic platform. I do like running it on the Technic platform because it's very easy to moderate mod packs through it. I do try my absolute best to comply to mod authors' wishes. Many times it's very, 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 very difficult to do, but nevertheless I try. And if any mod developers out there would like their mods removed or would want me to show that I have permission to use it, by all means go ahead and contact me either through my YouTube or Technic or any other way you can find me. One thing that is in the mod pack is my own personal mod called Zap Apples, and I will be highlighting that here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and, just for those out there who are interested in knowing what's in this mod pack, this is the mod pack folder. Just go over real quick with the basics. We have Tinker's Construct, we have tall doors, we have the thermal expansion machines, we have Wayla, big reactors, applied energetics, tree capitator, battle gear, enchanting plus. There's some dungeon packs here. I think it's roughly comes out to about 156 mods. Now, just to highlight what I'm running on Linux with a quad-core 2-point-something gigahertz processor, 18 gigs of memory, 2 gig graphic card. Nothing really top of the line, but I can run most Steam games and Minecraft decently well with a 50 to 60 FPS. And so I don't want to go spend too much time here on this, but oh, and Project Red, that's a mod I really like too. So I do welcome anybody. You can also find some of these mods are listed here. I do also have a spreadsheet with these mods in it, and if I can find that, I'll also post that in the description below. So let's get to this here. So as you can see, when you first load the mod pack up, this is what you'll see. This is the main screen. Name of the mod pack is Harmony Industries. The theme that I was kind of going with was a kind of an Art Deco industrial theme, and yes, I did that logo myself. I really love it. Thank you very much. just trying to be funny there. Sorry. Anyways, initially, as anybody who has been playing on our server for a while knows, is that this is a kind of a change up. This mod pack is kind of a combination of mods and stuff that I've put together in packs and paired together over time. It's heavily based on the original Technic Classic feel of the game by featuring a lot of the mods that you can find in there. Like, oh yeah, we have Industrial Craft too, which has been something that's been missing from a lot of mod packs recently. And it's also, some people should also know that we were also a much heavier dedication to being more of a brony server back there in Technic Classic. Of course, this was something that I also felt that I wanted to change up a bit. So if you go when you join, it's official. It's as easy as clicking connect to official server. You know, no real thinking required. But you can also find our server right here under the multiplayer. So we'll go ahead and join, and I'll give a quick intro. Oh yeah, I almost did forget to mention, if anybody else, anyone who's curious, I believe I have the Modpack's minimum memory requirement set to 2 gigs. I recommend a minimum of 2. More than that is great. Try to spare as much as you can. I will also note that for those of you who are running on Windows, be sure you are running Java 64-bit. If you are not running Java 64-bit, you are going to have issues finding all the memory in your computer. I have a lot of players who try to contact me from time to time, and they're like, Chiori, I'm having problems. I need you to check this. And I'm like, what version of Java are you running? So be sure that you actually go on Google, search Java downloads, and actually download the Windows 64-bit. Now, of course, this is if you have a 64-bit processor. Anybody who has any computers that's newer than a couple years should have a 64-bit processor. I'd be quite surprised if you don't. Other problems would be is you actually don't have a 64-bit OS on a 64-bit processor, etc., etc. Point is, search this way to make sure you get the latest version as well as 64-bit, because there is actually a bug for Windows users. If you go to the site, like the Java download website through Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer is not 64-bit by default, it will, in most cases, detect the wrong bit, wrong one's downloaded, and yeah, that needs to get fixed. So anyways, I just want to do that real quick, so if anyone has any trouble with that. Also, I didn't go into the steps of installing the pack. I'm hoping if anybody does have any issues, it's as simple as going on Google, searching Technic packs. You just need to copy this URL right here, and it's pretty self-explanatory from there. So like I said, go on Google if you're having any issues, and etc. So when you spawn for the first time on our server, you're going to see this here. Like I said, we're kind of an Art Deco industrial theme. This is actually supposed to be the lighthouse from Bioshock. Bioshock was kind of my inspiration for the theme. You'll come up these steps here, and you'll walk into this main room. That's our main staff of the server. I have myself up there. I have my co-admin, I guess you could say, my Redneck, or he goes by Reddy19 now. Also Mjoy and Cyberquoll are head moderators on the server. So if any of us 4 are on, we are the staff of the server at the moment. So you head down here. This would be what's supposed to look a lot like the submarine from the game. Just get inside the pod, press the button, and you'll drop down into the entrance of the spawn. Now, as of the making of this video, the spawn is actually still majorly under construction. I hope to have at least some of it ready for people to view soon. But in the meantime, you can, this would be as far as you can pretty much get if you go through these doors right here. And there you go. Yes, that would be, is that lightning? Wow. Okay. Yes, this would be a wall. Once I officially open up the server, you'll go beyond that and go beyond that, and that's where the spawn is. Go over the rules here real quick. These are the rules, and as this sign lays out right here, I did not see the rules as an excuse. I want to make sure everybody at least reads these 3 important rules. On our previous servers, we had, I think, about 10 rules. I will be expanding and updating this once we officially open the spawn, but for right now, these are the 3 most important. First off, please keep the chat PG. I can tolerate some language here and there, but I do not want to see somebody ending every one of their sentences with the F word. It's offensive to some people, and it's general politeness to not swear all over the place. Secondly, do not talk back or badmouth any of us staff. I know this might sound like, like, oh, we're personally going to be hurt if you badmouth us, but it's not that at all. It's just, it's not right to go on a server and be bad-mouthing staff. Well, they're the ones who are actually running the server and doing a really hard time. I mean, we love playing Minecraft too, and it's not very great to join a server that we're trying to also play and moderate and to be told we're idiots or whatever. So just my general opinion right there, just don't do it. And lastly, no griefing. No griefing. I find anything more than 3 or 4 blocks of griefing, I banned. That's my response. I do not accept griefers. You can't sit there and say, I didn't know. Again, it's not right to go and ban. We do have a plugin for grief prevention, I believe that's the title of the plugin. You can protect a land plot with a golden shovel, and I will be going over that very shortly here. Gotta make sure I'm in survival here. Unfortunately, there's a bug with going through these portals in creative. Alright, so when you go through that portal, this takes you straight out to our wilderness outpost. I do plan to expand. Again, once the spawn is open, there'll be more expansion, but for now, this is what you'll see. Go ahead, and I suggest going anywhere from 500 to 1500 blocks out. There's not much more than a protection right around this area here, so I mean, hey, if you want to build a house right there in that little valley, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but be warned, if you want to not have to deal with griefers, which of course, like I said, will be banned, but doesn't mean they can't completely stop you, stop and burn down your house. I would suggest going a little ways out. Not to mention, that's also going to allow you to have access to better resources, because if you come right here and it's like, oh look, now all the trees are gone. Kind of an odd thing to be like, oh, now all the trees are cut down, and etc. So what you're going to want to do is have a golden shovel. Your first chest, it should work automatically. When you place your first chest, it will automatically protect a 10 by 10 square around the chest. But once you found the land and everything that you want, you just simply right click to place the first corner and click again to protect your land. Now, as you can see, this spot right here highlighted is now protected. Only the person who created it can modify it. Now, if you want to open this up and make it so that, your friends or other people can do stuff here, you just have to use, as it says right there in the chat, the trust command, and then their username. If you want to make your protections a little bigger, just right-click on that corner, protect it, and click again. And then again, if you go and create a second one, you'll see it will not let me because it's telling me that I'm actually intersecting with another claim. You can actually go on YouTube and search grief prevention if you want more detailed videos on that, but that's just to give everybody a good starter for when you're ready to join and get your homes protected. And also, you might note here, this does take a golden shovel. If you can find gold and make a golden shovel, by all means do that. But if you really do need to get protected and you need a golden shovel, if a staff member's on, don't be afraid to ask. We'd be willing to accommodate you. Golden shovel's no big deal. But I might eventually modify it so you get a golden shovel when you join. But for now, golden shovel's requirement. I know in the past I made it a wooden shovel, which I don't know how it kept getting undone, but point is so. Moving on. You might notice here these trees with these beautiful little flowers on it. This is the Zap Apples mod. As I might have mentioned earlier, Zap Apples was a mod originally, yes, it is inspired by the My Little Pony TV show, hence we used to be a Brony server, but The mod, I cannot take credit for the initial creation of this mod. This mod was actually created by JSN_man. I'm not quite sure how he likes his name pronounced, but he knew about my like for the mod, and he didn't have a lot of time. I think it was with school and stuff, and he just came to me and said, hey, are you interested in taking over my mod? So I believe the mod was initially on 1.4.5, and I updated it to 1.6.4, as well as now it's on 1.7.10. Right now it actually runs decently well. Again, myself, I don't have a whole lot of time to work on it. And I try to join our server as much as I can, but I'm not always available for that. Now, as you might notice here also right now, is it's getting very, 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 very dark. Well, you can thank another mod that we have installed called Hardcore Darkness. I saw this mod in another mod pack, and I just absolutely loved it. I know some players that join our servers do take a little bit of time to get used to it, but once you've been playing with it, I know most players who are like, I actually like that mod too. You'll notice here that what it does is it actually allows the absolute minimum darkness level for a block to 0. So as you can see here, outside of this light cast, I can't see anything. I think this is a really cool mod. It really makes the servers and communities funner to play on. It adds a little more of a freaky factor, if you would like to say it that way. Makes you, as a player, more rely on hearing for enemies or having a lot of light available to see them. So, anyways, that was just a quick little tour of the server as well as the mod pack. If anybody has any issues, you have any problems running the mod pack, please do not hesitate to contact me, write me a private message. I'm always open to hearing players' feedback as well as even additional mod suggestions. You have anything you'd like to add? Oh, look. Oh, there's another mod. We have special mobs. Poisonous skull. Oh. So, you can contact me, and we can go from there if you're having any issues or anything. So anyways, this is Chiori-chan, and I hope to see fellow players on the server or sometime soon. So, see you later.